This is really a bad card. Wow. I mean, he has all the ace queens in the world if he's bet calling there. And let's start with a bang here with those pocket kings against someone who got the blue mark already. Whoa. Okay. Pretty confident on winning that one. Starting off with a small c-bet. So far, so standard. And yeah, what we're going to do today is just a casual, I guess, 2 hours of streaming where yeah, I'll try to explain my thoughts while playing, and probably like playing 45 minutes, taking a small break, maybe reviewing some hands, and then playing another small session. This is very interesting. I think this is not a thing actually, like blasting it using the big size. We were 3-way on the flop with 2 ranges, just having all kinds of nuts. So my jack 9 right away do not feel like the super nuts anymore. Yeah, now that feels a lot like king 10, king queen, whatever. So I'll try to go for the block bet here to get like some kind of value, and it's the ace jack, which kind of makes sense. I think it's one of those things where people tend to bet big for protection, but actually their hand is not really weak enough, seeing the king on the turn, deciding to check back then, and yeah, just messing up in a way. So bottom left, let's hope for the check back. Against under the gun, that's pretty much my board, and I'm thinking about like going a little crazy. I'm going crazy. I have 3-4, I have 5-2 suited, I have even 6-2 suited. I have the straight connectivity here. You know what? Let's go a little crazy. Why not? It's a good risk reward. He might have all kinds of king jack off, just c-betting here. And I defend that queen jack suited on the top left against that squeeze just because of that blue guy. Blue mark guy who did flat in the small blind should make the big blind's range a little wider, plus just better implieds for me. And now that's like the tricky part, flopping a top pair with those kind of hands. And yeah, so that jack 8 suited down here, I'm definitely giving up on that queen of hearts. That's not my card at all. And yeah, that 8, I don't know how much of a value bet I'm having, but I'm not expecting him to bluff, so I rather go for a block bet, hope to get called by pocket 7s, ace 6, and that's it from under the gun. He obviously has lots of better hands as well. Yeah, facing that half pot already just seems super strong. My queen jack, I mean, I'm just not expecting him to c-bet half pot with ace king against a whale there. It's more like the queens kings that want to get it in right now. So I might find some ridiculous folds here at some point. Obviously, this is a hand that in theory I can never fold, but freaking big blind squeezing range now going for it. That can be ace queen of diamonds, ace queen of spades, but will never be anything worse, really. It's like kings all the time. It really hurts. It really hurts. 40 hands, 13, 13. That guy is just not bluffing out of the big blind. And I make that ridiculous fold. Yeah, bottom right, calling a 3-bet with that hand, having a beautiful flop, having a beautiful turn, seeing what's next, having a beautiful river as well. And that block bet. What should an ideal HUD look like? It should mainly contain only information that you want or will actually use. Everything else is just distracting. So what you want to use depends on how good you are, how much that those numbers tell you, and obviously what are the samples you're having. So if you will never have big sample, then actually VPI PPFR is all you need, right? I added the raise first in positional on the bottom there, but I'm not really using it too often until I have more hands from people. And then everything else, I have some stuff hidden in the pop-up from back in the days, but right now I'm actually just using VPI PPFR 3-bet to have a general impression. and then maybe one or two more numbers that yeah, tell me a little more about what kind of player type that is, instead of I don't care about his turn check raise frequency. I will never have the sample in the way I'm playing right now that this will tell me anything. Hey Steffen, my friend said that you insulted Ospiel 888 on Pokercode. Is this true? No, not at all. I was reviewing high stakes hands from the high stakes thread, and I was looking into hands of the best, and I mentioned that he is one of the most passive high stakes players that I know from like playing against him myself. He is an insane crusher and obviously has insane graphs and is playing all those games. So couldn't be further from the truth what you're saying. Shout out to Ospiel, absolute legend of the game. And yeah, we used that to learn from people, and we were trying, it was a hand from Steffen versus Ospiel, and we were looking at like why could he have done what he did and trying to figure out the thoughts behind those great players. All right, pocket fives facing the check raise, another small bet on the turn, now facing the pot. Really makes me feel like my pocket fives might not be nutted here, and I'm running into 9-7 and 7s all the time, but I will jam my boats. So if he has it, he has it. It's just like not the typical way of a nitty player playing his flush draw, but yeah, I mean, the tank is tasty. What hands are you bluffing in that 5-5 hand on the river once he check raises, barrels, turn, and pots? Any 9 or 7 in a way I get there with, I can turn into a bluff. It's a pure bluff catcher and blocks his boats and unblocks his flushes that he should bet fold with a good frequency. I guess that's about it. I'm not sure about which position I had, so it depends a little what my actual range is. Whether I was cut off or MP changes things a little, but yeah, that are the potential bluffs. So let's win that flip now. Nice. And that ace king of clubs, I did see that the 9 is a very bad card for me. His jack 10 improves, his 9s improve, his 8-9 improve. My ace king is not drawing to something nutted anymore. Yeah, it is what it is. So we focus on the top left here, where I decide to fast play my open-ender and now go for a 3/4 bet to hopefully have a river jam. And that definitely will be a river jam. Oh, nice, getting called there. Let's start off with those trips here. I will definitely mainly continue by check raising, especially when he checks. And I mean, the button never has a 7. He has pocket 4s, and that's about it. And I'm actually, yeah, using that. I mean, I want to scroll down a little, but to use a smaller check raise size, because that gives him even more trouble. He sits on like, I mean, all kinds of random stuff. That's a very bad card, because it gives his 5-6s some more equity against me. His 5-6 got there, my 5-6 as well. But his pocket 8's not. So he has 4s, he has 8s. And I mean, just like button ranges are tight. So I'm thinking about like not going direction all in and sizing down now, or just go for another bigger bet and then checking the river. Not checking, block betting. But yeah, now I guess that has to be good enough to just... I mean, I can block bet it, and 5-6s. He needs to jam his 4s himself that I now beat. He will always do that. And I'm thinking about maximum value from something. Maybe he has ace-7 in his range as well that might not jam. So actually against, I mean, aggressive players so far, I will go for the block call. And have the chance of like him being a little aggressive and maybe going even for some ridiculous bluffs like 5s or 6s. And he went for the call with 6s, which is the upside of the block bet. That is something he needs to do sometimes. But yeah, this is really a bad card. Wow. I mean, he has all the ace queens in the world if he's bet calling there. I have them as well, but probably not check raising that often. Oh, fuck. I mean, I'm not... Like, he has a queen all the time. Pretty much snap call. I mean, he has the He has the sets as well. Pocket jacks maybe, but I'm bet folding that. It's just, he 3-bets pre-flop, checks back flop. It's just like all the ace queen in the world. You can have all of them offsuit. I have them myself, so no reason. I mean, sure, he can jam his queen, but I think people are not doing that or shouldn't be doing that too often. He could be bluffing, but tell me the hand. And I'm folding my straight here, and I think it's a very good fold. Yeah, this here is a limp pot where the Finnish guy goes versus the bet re-raise, which scares me off by a lot, but I won't fold to this one. I will oh, it's like, the problem is that I put him more on deuces and fives than the 2 pairs. That is a big problem, so I'm not really happy here. And I will only go for the call down because we are freaking super deep, but we still have 4 freaking outs, so call. The jack is obviously not the best card in the world. It's not an ace and not a 10. And now I hate it that I cannot look up his turn sizing exactly. I'm not sure whether that is a scroll up or a scroll down. I will call ace 10 and nothing worse here. This is now, oh no, call, yeah, deuces. Yeah, it's like, I mean, the bet re-raise is just that one hand. And yeah, I mean, I was more hoping for turning a diamond, but okay. Here, sorry. Let's go for the check raise against that small size and a call. I don't see too many straights around. Yeah, down here, let's keep the foot on the gas. Let's show both tables. It's like, I do that with Jack 10 more than I do it with Queen Jack Queen 10. Just because, well, I fold out better hands, even though I don't expect him to fold an ace too often. And this is very interesting, having the freaking super nuts after check raising. Now facing that, if I call, it's 50 in the middle. I think I will slow play that because it's actually not a good card for me after check raising. And a flush card is actually pretty good. He might have quite some flush draws that he played like that. Or he has a worse boat, and both is good for me, so. Oh, ace king. So that's it for the sit out next big blind. All right, he goes for the block bet. Let's freaking jam it. Good luck for all of it. Call, queen jack. See you later. That was a beautiful turn, but why didn't he raise the flop or re-raise on the flop when I check raised and instead waited for the paired board? But okay. Okay, let's leave it like that. See you the next time. Maybe the announcement for the next stream will be a little earlier than today, or I think was it this morning. Then I'm happy when you tune in again. And obviously for everyone watching the highlights from that on YouTube now. And yeah, see you next time, guys. Or just give me a warm welcome. I will give you a warm welcome for sure when you decide to join the Poker Code community if you're not in there already. And then we'll see you there.